The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. The author didn't pull the title of this book out of a hat. As a miraculous survivor of a head-on collision with a drunk driver, and then, 7 years later, the miraculous survivor of a rare type of cancer, Hal Elrod is a walking miracle. He encourages everyone to find ways to optimize who they are, beginning with thankfulness for life itself. From this perspective, Elrod encourages us to live each day to the fullest, striving to make it the best day of our lives and treating it as if it were the most important. And that starts with morning. A good morning routine can shape your whole day and launch you into it with momentum. If your immediate reaction to this is to stop watching this summary video and forget about reading the book, don't. Of the known community that now practices the miracle morning routine, 72% of them were not morning people to begin with. They were people who had trouble with morning routines, those that had perhaps tried to change and failed but now successfully practiced the miracle morning routine and appreciate its contribution to their lives. You might be wondering what difference a morning routine can make and why it is important. To truly be ready to reach your potential personally, professionally, and financially, you need to ensure that you are the person you want to be first, the person who is capable and ready to reach your potential. A bumpy start to the morning gets you off on the wrong foot, which is not only frustrating, but damaging to your whole day's performance. The miracle morning routine is meant to make sure you can start at your best possible energy and focus level every day. It is easy to remember the components of the morning miracle routine with the acronym Life Savers, SAVERS, and he believes that using them consistently really will save you from missing out on the life you deserve to live. Practicing them will allow you to become the best version of yourself. SAVERS stands for 1. Silence. 2. Affirmations. 3. Visualization. 4. Exercise. 5. Reading. And 6. Scribing. Before we take a deep dive into each one of these points, please don't forget to support our channel by liking, subscribing, and commenting on this video. All right, let's get back to the first point. Silence. A period of about 5 minutes of silence is your starting point. Do not do this as you lie in bed for obvious reasons. Silence can mean different things to different people, perhaps prayer, meditation, deep breathing, or just a time of reflection or gratitude, but it definitely means avoiding checking your phone or rushing into your day. Affirmations. Use affirmations to self-program in order to reach your potential by preparing yourself to achieve. Affirmations can be related to any area of your life and should be written. Avoid lying to yourself. Be positive but realistic. Also, do not be bound to flowery, passive language. Here is what you should write. What you are committed to. What is deeply meaningful to you. Which actions will ensure your success, and when you're committed to doing these actions. Commitment and meaningfulness are key. Why makes the what a reality. To use these, make sure you read them every day and keep them updated. Consider using your whole body to reflect the power of each affirmation. Stand tall, breathe deeply, perhaps make a fist to show the strength of your commitment. Visualization. Visualizing can be counterproductive if done incompletely. Simply visualizing the outcome, crossing the finish line, being promoted, can actually trick your mind into thinking it is already done and thereby zap your momentum. Therefore, a huge part of visualization is seeing yourself move through the immediate steps needed to get to the desired outcome. You should visualize your success first, and then the steps you will need to accomplish the goal, with optimum emotion. Elrod gives the example of how he trained for a mega marathon. He first visualized crossing the finish line, then he saw his alarm clock go off at 7 a.m., anchoring the time in his mind. He envisioned himself getting dressed and going out the door with excitement, determination, and a smile. While he hated the task of training when he first started, the visualization transformed his attitude in a matter of days. Exercise. What you do for exercise is something very personal, but it needs to happen every morning to warm you up and energize you. This does not need to be your only workout of the day. Elrod suggests at least 5 minutes, but more is fine. Reading. Reading at least 10 pages a morning is the goal, not of a pleasure book. Just as you might do your regular exercise workout later in the day, you can do pleasure reading later too. Reading for the Miracle Morning Routine is done with the idea that we are all one book away from changing any area of our life that we would like to change. Look for books that can teach or motivate you in an area that you desire to improve: personal, relational, spiritual, financial, and so on. Scribing. Scribing is basically journaling. Choose a way you would like to journal. There are phone apps, computer programs, and a wide range of attractive paper journals in various formats. Finding one you love can be motivational in itself. Elrod suggests 2 simple ideas for what to write so the process becomes more transformative. Write 1 to 3 things you are grateful for. Write 1 to 3 top priorities for the day. Other options would be to include your goals, your daily plans, or lessons learned. Hal Elrod is honest about this being a big change. He gives his readers some extra help. The first is in the form of suggestions for getting up in the first place. He calls it the 5-step snooze-proof wake-up strategy. 1. Set intentions. Decide before bed how you will get up the next morning. 2. Move your alarm clock so you have to get out of bed to turn it off. Movement starts the energy flow. 3. Brush your teeth and perhaps splash water on your face. 4. Drink a full glass of water to combat natural overnight dehydration. 5. Get dressed or hop in the shower. You could put on your exercise clothes so you're ready for that step. The second bit of help is letting you know what to expect out of a typical 30-day habit change endeavor. Understanding what to expect can help you get through it. He breaks the process into 10-day increments. The first 10 days seem unbearable, and these will take willpower to push through. The second 10 days seem uncomfortable, but you are beginning to notice changes that are motivating. Focus on these. During the last 10 days, you become unstoppable. You are sensing that this is the correct decision, and you are able to accomplish the change. The change creates a strong positivity, and results become powerfully motivating. A new habit is taking root. You may not feel like a walking miracle, but this book can put you on the path to near miraculous changes in your life just by ramping up your morning routine. In Hal Elrod's words, where you go depends entirely on who you choose to be.